The story of Ruth in the Bible isn't just about a girl who was from Moab who landed in the genealogy of Jesus. It isn't just the story of a foreigner who clung to an Israelite widow and found redemption. The story of Ruth in the Bible is deep and wide and goes beyond who she was as a person. Yet, that doesn't negate the woman Ruth at all. Hidden within the choices Ruth made, as well as her sister-in-law Orpah, is the breadth and depth of the story. Let's take a look at the entirety of Ruth's story and how God was with her each step of the way. Origin of Ruth. Ruth and Orpah were daughters of Eglon and Balak, kings of Moab. The Moabites were the descendants of Lot and his eldest daughter, Genesis 19-37, following the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah. The Moabites didn't serve God and were the enemies of the children of Israel. The Bible story of Ruth. This is the biblical account of how Ruth came to meet her first husband. In the days when the judges ruled, there was a famine in the land. So a man from Bethlehem in Judah, together with his wife and 2 sons, went to live for a while in the country of Moab. The man's name was Elimelech, his wife's name was Naomi, and the names of his 2 sons were Mahlon and Chilion. They were Ephrathites from Bethlehem, Judah. And they went to Moab and lived there. Ruth 1:1-2. After moving to Moab, Elimelech dies, leaving Naomi and her sons alone. The sons marry Moabite women, Ruth and Orpah, instead of going back to Israel to find wives. Neither of them has any children. After living there for about 10 years, both of Naomi's sons die as well. After the death of her sons, Naomi heard that God had provided food for his people and she prepared to return home. There's no record of either sister converting to Judaism upon marriage, so when Naomi sets off for home, she tells them to return to their homes. Naomi said to her 2 daughters-in-law, "Go back, each of you, to your mother's home. May the Lord show you kindness as you have shown kindness to your dead husbands and to me. May the Lord grant that each of you will find rest in the home of another husband." Ruth 1:8-9. Naomi kissed them goodbye, a ritual of breathing into them something of her own spirit. At first, they both replied, "We will go back with you to your people." Ruth 1:10. But Naomi urged them to stay, explaining how she couldn't provide them with new husbands and children. Ruth's choice to follow Naomi. After Naomi urges them to return to their home, the women make different choices. Orpah kisses her mother-in-law goodbye, returning Naomi's breath to her, making her choice clear. But Ruth wouldn't let go. Naomi urges Ruth again, saying, "Your sister-in-law is going back to her people and her gods. Go back with her." Ruth 1:15.